I'm not threatening you. Say one more word, and that's 30 days. 30 days.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame with your man TP. Today, we are bringing you number 79 on our compilation list. We will be in 3 different courtrooms, but it will be before 2 magistrates and 3 judges. Before I give you the names of all of them, I want you to know that there will be no commentary added. There will be chapters added to this for your convenience. Also, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It is appreciated. Now, first, we will be coming out of the state of Michigan. We will be in the courtroom of Magistrate William Burton Jr., also with Magistrate Laura Echartea. They will be both coming out of the same courtroom. Next, we will be in the courtroom of Judges Chad Crum and also Judge Jan Satterfield. They also will be coming out of the same courtroom in the state of Kansas. And last but not least, as a bonus to you guys, we will be attending a proceeding out of the state of Michigan in the courtroom of Judge Brian Oakley. Now, I know you guys are excited. We got 5 different, 2 magistrates, 3 judges, and I'm sure this is going to be a fun one. So let's go ahead, guys, and jump into number 79.
What is your name?
I am Brian. My family name is Wilkinson.
All right. We'll go on the record in state of Kansas versus Brian J. Wilkinson. Case number 25 CR 67. The state appears by County Attorney Darren DeVinny. Mr. Wilkinson appears in person by Zoom. We're here for a first appearance. Mr. Wilkinson, you're appearing by a summons. I'm going to go over your charges with you. There are 3 counts, all alleged to have occurred on June 4th, 2024 in Butler County, Kansas. Count 1 alleges you were in unlawful possession of methamphetamine. That is a level 5 drug felony. Count 2 alleges you are in unlawful possession of paraphernalia for use. That is a Class B non-person misdemeanor. Count 3 is an allegation of possession of marijuana, also a Class B non-person misdemeanor. Do you understand what you've been charged with, Mr. Wilkinson?
I do not understand, Your Honor.
Okay, what don't you understand?
I had thought that this matter was already settled on the case that Mr. Watts was representing me for.
Okay, I'm not aware of that particular matter. That may have been a different case. I'm not sure.
Well, there wasn't a different case. I mean, I wasn't attacked and assaulted and kidnapped 2 different times, just one time.
Mr. DeVinny, do you know anything about another case involving Mr. Wilkinson?
Let's see. Well, I know there's criminal history. I know he's a B on the grid. He has out of at least Butler County cases, we've got a driving while suspended, an old 23 traffic case that's closed. And then he has this open case now for possession of methamphetamine.
Do you know of, is there one where Mr. Watts representing that you know of?
Not that I'm aware of. Well, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I don't know, Mr. Wilkinson. That can be sorted out. Can you afford to hire an attorney to represent you?
I'm sui juris.
Excuse me?
I'm sui juris, and I would appreciate it, Your Honor, if you would recite your oath of office, your delegation of authority order, and your bond information.
I'm not going to do that, Mr. Wilkinson. Can you afford to hire an attorney?
I am not a ward of the court. I'm not an idiot. I know how to speak for myself.
Okay. Do you wish to represent yourself?
Well, I am myself. I can't represent myself, but yes,
I will
be talking for myself.
All right. You understand you have a right to have an attorney represent you on this case?
Yeah, but that makes me a ward of the court if I am seen as too stupid to talk for myself.
Do you
If I
understand
have,
that if you can't afford an attorney to represent you, one would be appointed for you?
I also understand that all attorneys' first duty is for the court and not for their clients. So
Do you
I wouldn't
understand
want.
you have that right, Mr. Wilkinson?
Um, I do understand my rights. Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
I'm going to go ahead and appoint James Watts to represent you if you think that he's represented you on something that may be in line with this case. So he'll be
Yeah.
with you when you appear back in front of me, and that'll be on my preliminary hearing control docket. Do you have something to write with, Mr.
Yes,
Wilkinson?
sir.
All right. Your
Yes,
court
sir.
date will be in front of me by Zoom on May the 19th at 2:30.
May 19th, 2:30 p.m.
That's correct. Do you have Mr.
Okay.
Watts's contact information?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, you might contact his office and let them know that court date. We need to set
Okay.
a bond. Mr. Devaney, what's your recommendation for bond?
The defendant does appear here voluntarily by summons here today, so I'd request a $10,000 OR bond for the defendant.
What was the amount?
10,000.
All right, I'll set a $10,000 OR bond. He'll need to be processed, I'm assuming.
Well, he initially had a first appearance back on June 5th of 24 at 1:30. At that point, we were waiting on KBI Labs and we released him. So I believe he's actually been arrested and processed.
Okay.
He just needs to come to 201 West Pine. If he can make it here today before 5, that's great. If not, probably on Monday to come up to the front desk so he can sign his bond.
All right, Mr. Wilkinson, can you make it up to the Judicial Center this afternoon to sign your OR bond?
It'll probably need to be Monday, Your Honor.
Whenever they're ready, we'll move on to Brian Wilkinson. Looks like he's a revocation as well. This is Judge Hart's case. Mr. Watts has represented him previously. He last had a revocation on 7/1 of 25. Had a 3-day sanction. Well, that's interesting. We're going to go on the record in state of Kansas versus Brian J. Wilkinson. It is 2023 CR 300002. The state appears by and through Mr. Devaney. Mr. Wilkinson is present by Zoom in custody. So, Christy Ashenfelter with Community Corrections has requested that Judge Hart go ahead and revoke your probation because the city of El Dorado ordered you to serve 1 year in the county jail, which is unusual. I don't know if they're planning to pay for a year of jail for you, but I'm not suggesting that they shouldn't do that, but it's unusual. So I don't know if we'd revoke him, he'd probably go to the DOC, but we'd pay to house him if not, or in the interim. It looks like he was a B on the grid, so he was a departure on a possession of methamphetamine in the first place. So there doesn't need to be any intermediate sanctions, even though there was in July. You were ordered to serve 3 days as a sanction. You have controlling term of 34 months on a level 5 drug charge. That's quite a bit of time. All right, so I'm going to reappoint Mr. Watts get you scheduled back in front of Judge Hart and let him decide what he wants to do for November 14th at 2:30.
On in and for the record.
For the record,
On in and for the record, fraud upon the court.
sir, I didn't understand what you said.
Fraud upon the court.
Okay.
My
Well,
name is not spelled in all capital letters. That is a corporation, a bonded and traded security, or the estate of a dead man. And I am not dead. I'm not gold or silver coin. And I've never placed myself on the stock market to be traded. So I am not the defendant in this matter. The
Okay.
defendant is either a bank account or the estate of myself. And I do not believe that I've authorized anybody to administrate my estate.
okay. I'll make note of all of that. I'll ask the jail to make note if they have South Central Mental Health come in to.
I don't talk to mental health because they
But-
don't.
Okay, go ahead and mute him, please, for me now. Thank you, sir. You might let South Central Mental Health know they might want to screen him for competency. I don't know if it's a competency issue or just his views that he's espousing, but either way, his show cause back in front
Mute the dummy or the crazy or whatever he is.
of Judge Hart will be November the 14th at 2:30. Mr. Watts has been reappointed. And I need to see if Judge Hart set a bond when he signed this. I didn't see one on the front page.
I think it's a $1,500 cash or surety.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't see that in the file. Yeah, I saw in there that he was remanded to custody by El Dorado for 361 days. So that's on El Dorado Municipal Court taxpayers. And up to Judge Hart, what he decides to do. All right. So 1,500 cash or surety, Judge Hart, November 14th at 2:30. Jim Watts appointed. Thank you.
What's his name?
The beneficiary.
Yeah, first name, Mr. Beneficiary.
Are you stating that the trust that we are administrating is the Kevin Pollard Trust? If so,
I'm asking you what your name is.
my name is the beneficiary of the trust.
Of whose trust?
Are you stating that the trust that we are now administrating is the Kevin Pollard Trust, Your Honor?
Okay, I'm
If so,
gonna recall him. Bring up somebody else. Put him aside.
Thank you,
We'll call him at the end.
Thank you, Judge.
Sir, is your name the beneficiary, Kevin Teron Anthony Pollard? Yes or no?
I'm the beneficiary of the trust, Your Honor. Are you stating that the trust that we are now administrating is the Kevin Pollard Trust? Is
Are you
that what you're
Kevin
stating?
Pollard? I'm asking you.
Is the trust that we are now administrating?
Sir, I asked the questions here. You give me yes or no answers.
You're asking for my permission
I ask the
to.
questions, you give the answers. Is that clear?
It's very clear.
Okay, listen.
Yes.
Are you also
Are you-
known by the name of Kevin Pollard amongst other names? Yes or no?
Are you stating that the trust that we are now administrating is the Kevin Pollard Trust, Your Honor? If so, Kevin Pollard is in fact present today. It is you that is Kevin Pollard, Your Honor. It is you.
Really?
Yes, Your Honor. It is you that
Really? You wanna
that is
know that?
Kevin Pollard. Yes, Your
I'm
Honor.
Kevin Pollard.
You are Kevin Pollard today, Your Honor. I am the beneficiary.
And then who are you?
I am the beneficiary of the trust.
Okay, well, Mr. Beneficiary, take you and your trust back to jail.
I have some questions for the clerk, Your Honor.
No.
Can I speak to the clerk before we go any further?
You know what? I'm gonna put you in timeout. Get your mind right. Mr. Pollard?
Yes, sir. Can I have the clerk present? Please, Your Honor.
Don't give in.
Please have the clerk present in the Zoom meeting.
You know what? If you answer my questions, I'll consider it.
Okay. What's the question?
What's your name?
The beneficiary.
All right, Mr. Beneficiary, put you back in timeout. All right, beneficiary. I'm going to give you another chance in front of another magistrate.
That's no problem. Can I have the clerk present, please?
Hey, sir, I'm Magistrate Echartea. DDC.
Excuse me? Yeah.
I'm talking to the DDC officer.
Yes.
DDC?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The gentleman that is in front of the screen, in front of camera 1, what name do you have him listed as?
Kevin Pollard.
Do you have a middle name?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you have a Kevin Pollard. Okay, and sir, you're identified as Kevin Pollard, but you're considering yourself the beneficiary. Is that correct, sir?
Are we on the record?
We are. Everything is on the record.
Okay. Are you stating that the trust that we are now administrating is the Kevin Pollard Trust, ma'am?
I'm not administrating any trust because there is no trust in front of me. But what I'm asking you is, you call yourself the beneficiary. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, no problem. I have case number is 240-5538101. People of the state of Michigan versus Kevin Theron Anthony Pollard, who is listed by DDC as Kevin Pollard. However, the gentleman has identified himself as the beneficiary.
You representing as Kevin Pollard today, Your Honor.
Mr. Pollard,
I'm not.
Mr. Pollard, now as your counsel, I am going to advise that you stop speaking and allow the judge to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel Kirkland.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Shava Kirkland on behalf of Mr. Pollard, who has been advised of his rights, wishes to stand mute and waive the formal reading.
Thank you. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. February 2nd, 2024. It is a probable cause conference followed by preliminary examination. February 8th, 1:30 p.m. Both matters are in front of Judge King. The probable cause conference. It is at 8:30 in the morning. Mr. Beneficiary, you should not come over to the court. I thank you very much.
You are under oath and you are on record. And I'm asking you,
beneficiary, I have not sworn you under oath. I am under oath, so I am doing all this. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. I already given the court dates while this case is pending, sir. Okay, there should be no contact with the individual.
You are not allowed to state what the judgment is. That is my job.
Mr. Pollard, I do want to let you know that the person.
Okay.
I have a question for the clerk.
Okay.
I have a question for the clerk.
A moment.
I have a question for the clerk.
You will give an opportunity, sir. You will give an opportunity. Let me finish. While this case is pending, there's no contact with that means no person contact, no contact with third parties, no phone calls, no emails, no text messaging. The people, go ahead, Esteban.
Yeah, the people are asking for $250,000 cash bond, no cash, no surety. If he's able to ever post bond, we'd like GPS tether with home arrest. The defendant, Your Honor, has a continuing situation where he entices young girls on the internet from Arizona in this particular case, and previously on 10/23/2023 in another case where he enticed people. He's been arrested 3 different times for criminal sexual conduct. The first case, he was found not guilty back on 5/15/2015. The 10/21/2023 case, where he was criminal sexual conduct 1st degree and also contributing alcohol to a minor, 2 counts of that, was at the exam dismissed without prejudice. My belief in all that is because these victims all live out of state. In our particular case we have here today, Your Honor, the victim is from Arizona. She came here after having a relationship, not the victim, but one of the witnesses came here after having a 3-year relationship with this defendant on the internet. When she turned 18, she came to visit. And also, Mr. Pollard introduced her to another girl who is also from Arizona. The other girl brought her niece or her, I forgot the relationship, but her 7-year-old niece with her to visit Mr. Pollard. And what happened then, because the person was tired from traveling, she fell asleep in the living room. When she woke up, she went into the bedroom, and there was Mr. Pollard with the 7-year-old girl. He then said, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Well, we're playing video games." So the woman, the adult in the room, she falls asleep again. And then she is awakened by the 7-year-old girl and asked to leave. The 7-year-old girl then tells her mother that Mr. Pollard touched her, rubbed her, he says, okay? He said, accidentally is what he's trying to tell us what happened. The situation is she's told the 7-year-old child has told TED Talk that he did this. He's told Protective Services that he did this. And as far as I'm concerned, Judge, he fits the category of a predator because he did the same thing in the 1023-2023 case of enticing young people from other parts of the country, perhaps, I don't know where exactly, to come and see him on the internet. So we're asking for $250,000 cash bond, no surety, and GPS tether if he's ever be able to post bond, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. One question, Counsel Ragnan.
Yes.
Does he have any pending cases?
Not that I know of, Your Honor. The 1021-2023 case has been dismissed without prejudice at the exam, and I couldn't find out it was because if the witness was out of town or what the problem was. But
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Counsel Kirkland, go ahead, Esteban, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd ask this court, understanding the seriousness of these charges, for a 10% bond if this court is not inclined to do a high personal bond. So one, I know the bulk of Brother Counsel's argument was this dismissed case from last year. I'd ask that this court sentence him based on these allegations and the facts and details surrounding this case. This is a 2020 case. And the woman that he met was 20 years old, or that came to see him was a 20-year-old woman, was not an underage woman. And the allegation is that she brought her, I believe, goddaughter to the home. Now, there are different variations because a couple different stories are told as to what occurred there. But Mr. Pollard has maintained that he didn't actually assault the little girl. I'm not sure why this case wasn't charged until 2024, but it is a 4-year-old case. My understanding is that he, I don't believe he's had any convictions since then. He is a lifelong resident, has a child, so he has strong ties to the community. He also owns a lawn service here. At this point, there's no amount of bond that he can't afford to pay, so even a 10% bond would be unaffordable for him. But given the age of this case and his lack of issues since this, I'd ask this court consider a high personal bond, if not that, a 10% bond.
Thank you. I've heard the representations from both sides in this particular matter in reference to the beneficiary who is listed by the court or by DDC as Kevin Pollard, is that in this particular matter, even though this is from 2020, okay, there was a forensic interview, Kids Talk, with the victim, and she disclosed that she was touched by the defendant and that he rubbed her with his hand. This court is not considering the other cases that were dismissed without prejudice. Okay, this court is only going with this matter. In reference to this gentleman, the defendant, bond is going to be $250,000 cash. There's going to be a GPS tether, home arrest. Further, okay, it's going to be unaffordable. So today is Friday. He's going to get another court date. Today's the 26th, January 29th. 2024, 9 o'clock in front of Judge McConicle, who's going to be looking at the bond amount and bond conditions. Also, there is one other thing. This court looks at clear and convincing evidence standard, okay, based on the representation, based on the reading. This court is convinced that Mr. Pollard, okay, I'm sorry, the beneficiary, okay, that he is a creditor in this particular matter. That's why we're putting at $250,000 cash, GPS tether, house arrest. He does have the, again, the unaffordable bond redetermination for this Monday, January 29, 2024, 9 o'clock in front of Judge McConicle. Also, there's another bond condition. He's not to be around any minor children. That concludes the arraignment of the beneficiary, also known as Kevin Pollard. Madam Clerk.
Pre-trial, Your
Do you
Honor.
wish to talk to the gentleman that's in front of the screen?
Judge.
Okay, just so for the record, is that the clerk has declined to talk to the gentleman in front of the screen.
No, that is not fair.
Thank you.
That is not fair. You cannot do this. Under oath and on record, you cannot do this. I have rights, and you violated them, and you was not my judge.
Okay, you can go. Go ahead and do whatever.
You cannot do that.
Okay.
As the beneficiary, I asked the
I'm sorry.
Can we have those dates again? We couldn't hear them.
Over the dates.
February 2nd, February 8th.
February 2nd, February 8th. Bond redetermination Monday.
Of this SUV QV trust account that she are that.
Huh? What you say?
Good morning. What do you got?
We have a plea charge in a Singleton case,
Come on up.
waiting for defense counsel.
All right.
Now, we ready on Singleton?
Gentlemen, your appearance is on Singleton.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. Steve Allen on behalf of the people.
And good morning to your honor, court staff, Jonathan Roberts, B86428 on behalf of Mr. Singleton. Statement in the court.
Thank you. What do we got?
Your Honor, with your approval, defendant will plead guilty to 2 counts. He'll plead guilty to count 3, driving while license suspended. And also, Judge, added count 4, added count 4 is a 1-year misdemeanor known as attempt, fleeing and eluding in the 4th degree. And that would be under the penal code, Judge.
All right. And Mr. Singleton, have you discussed your rights and options with counsel? You understand those rights and the options they present to you today? You understand the possible penalty for those 2 charges? Attempt and the drove while license suspended? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to those charges? Are you doing so freely and voluntarily today? Are you doing so freely and voluntarily? All right, counsel, if you would voir dire, give me the facts I need. Incident date, August 23, counsel, if that's what you're looking for.
On that date and time, Mr. Singleton, were you in a motor vehicle? Were you driving that vehicle? At some point during that evening, did you encounter the police? And did the police flick their lights on to indicate that they were initiating stop? And did you disregard those lights and continue driving down the road? At the time you were driving down the road, you did understand that those were police officers. Defense is satisfied.
All right. And at that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied, sir? I'll accept the plea to the added charge and dismiss original counts 1 and 2. Well, 3 was the charge, DWLS. So I'm inclined to send it for a pre-sentence investigation unless you guys try to talk me out of it.
This is the first offense that's going to be under HIDA. I think, this court hasn't.
No objection to HIDA? Sorry to cut you off, counsel. All right, go ahead, counsel.
Supervision, structure and downtown. there shouldn't be any issues. Part of his conditions, I think, are they want to that needs to get that license worked on and drive until that license is,
Right. Right.
up to speed. So to say, in terms of finding some costs, his family is here, has a lot of support.
Good.
First last time that it's in.
No priors? Okay.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yeah, please.
Especially recommend reporting probation, no jail under the Youthful phase 6.
Thank you. Mr. Singleton, where'd you go to high school? Graduate? You're in your senior year? What's your GPA? Yeah, and in 30 years on the bench, that means it's not nearly as high as it could be. Am I right? What are your plans post high school? Yeah, what do you plan on doing after high school? Okay. What do you have to do to get your driver's license straightened out? Has he ever had a license, counsel?
I think it's been tickets.
Okay.
I don't know what.
Okay.
Just the tickets to cover the
Right.
license.
Is that woman with the head bobbing back there, mom? Sister? I'm sorry to hear that. Can I hear from your sister? Because it sounds like she might know more about your business than you do. Is that all right? Ma'am, come on up. State your name for me. Miss Singleton, do you know the status of his license? Come on up here with a microphone so I can hear you better. You're all right, come on up. Because of too many points? Can you run it? Print it out? You got it enough to see me. That's too much. And that's too much. Yeah. His biggest trouble is because he can't tell me he's doing the best he can in school. I didn't make that kid. And the fact that you're a father is not going to make your life easier without an education. Keep talking off, bud, because I'm getting ready to send you. Keep talking. Keep flapping those jaws. Because you're telling me all I need to know about you right now.
So not having his dad and his like losing his mom. There is a lot there.
Absolutely. And it all sucks. It all sucks. But every day this young man gets up and he gets to make his own choices today. And he's been making bad choices. Keep your dick in your pants. You wouldn't have a kid at 18 without a high school education. Tell me I'm wrong. Smart man, tell me I'm wrong. Counsel, come on up. I can't let you have it, but I want you to look at it because the way I'm reading that, it says he's eligible for restricted right now. But it's been years since I could read those because they keep changing the format and they keep making them worse. I think he's eligible for driving privileges. Would you agree or disagree?
Suspension effective from July. I don't know how long the suspension would last. I'm fine. I mean, as a condition, I would be fine with either saying he just cannot drive without a valid license, and that would kind of solve the issue.
All right.
Your Honor, may I address the court?
Yeah, please.
Thank you, Rob. If he's convicted of suspended license, as you all know,
It's going to, yeah.
Your permission, Judge, I would like to have a plea instead of reckless driving count 2. I think that would be more benign versus driving record.
I mean, I would add points.
It's going to be 6 points versus 2. The DWS is 2 points.
Judge, if I may,
I'll tell you what, hold on. Let's get outside the box a little bit. If you want to be generous,
Yeah.
let him plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to operate, which is the same thing you'd give her if she let him drive when he was suspended, right? No points. All right. Won't stop you from straightening his license out. And I'm going to require that he get his license before he's off this HIDA, or I won't give him HIDA. You understand that? So he just agreed to save you 2 points and another suspension period. Yes? When are you supposed to graduate? Mid-year or spring? All right, Mr. Singleton, I'm going to do a 12-month delayed sentence under Holmes Youthful Trainee Act. I'm not going to assess any money. You will report to my probation department on a regular basis, and that could be by email. They'll work that out with you. I'm assuming you can give them transportation a couple times. All right, so as long as you're on track for the first month or two, they'll probably let you just do it on email. I'm going to require that you get your driver's license straightened out before the 12 months is up. I'm going to require that you get a high school diploma before the 12 months is up. And I'm also going to order 30 hours of community service charity work. That means you volunteer with some nonprofit agency that's registered with the IRS, church, soup kitchen, Salvation Army, Boys and Girls Club. I don't care. As long as it's an IRS recognized nonprofit, 30 hours, document those 30 hours. And I want that done between now and December 1, 2025. Do you have any questions about what you have to do to get the benefit of HIDA? All right. Understand, I'm still holding jail time over your head. Make my tail wag, or you probably will go to jail. You understand that? All right. Now, I have to say this or I will not sleep tonight. Dude, I am glad I didn't have your problems as a kid. But with respect, with sympathy, I want you to hear what I'm about to tell you. The world does not give a shit if your life sucks till you're dead because of the problems you had in your youth. The world doesn't care. Okay? If I had a magic wand, I would tap you on the head and give you a perfect childhood. I can't do that, but I can tell you what I know after 40 years in this business. Dude, you got to make your own future. Your past does not define your future. Your past sucks. I hear it. All right. I'm sympathetic, but man up. Every morning you get up and make good decisions. You work hard. You sacrifice now so you don't have to sacrifice when you're 50 and 60. Because if you don't start doing things better, you know what you're doing? Your child is going to have the struggles you've had. You want the boy or girl? Girl. You want that for your little girl? Hell no. Quit focusing on the past, the things that didn't happen the way they should have, and seize the future, man. All right, I'll sleep tonight. Anything else, counsel? All right, he needs to go down to probation. Sister, thank you. You're welcome, counsel.
We have several other pleas and waivers.
I'm ready. Been ready all morning. You guys all sisters? Bless your hearts. He don't know how lucky he is, does he? Tell him.
Have a good one.
You bet. All right.
How cool is that? Three of his sisters coming with him.
I'm not threatening you. Say one more word and that's 30 days. 30 days.